I remember when they lost Ricardo Bell. That was really sad. And then but this year, something has been going on. In this last 3 months, something has gone on because on November 24th, Ashantio Claiborne Johnson, who was 23 years old, from Lower Bogue, was stabbed to death in Nassau. That was on November 24th. That culprit has been arrested and charged and placed before the courts. And he had the guts and the gall to ask for leniency and say they ain't gonna go to prison because the prison officers can kill them, because Ashantio was a prison officer, a training officer they call him. All right, and then on December 1st, immigration officer Defense Force officer Marine Seaman Damaris Anton and Brister, also of Lower Bogue, died in a traffic accident in Nassau. Yeah, that was like, one was on the 24th, and like about a week later, almost, or a little over a week later, the next young man died. And now this is about a month and 12 days later, we have the death of Police Constable 4760 Jonathan Johnson, who was killed in a traffic accident on January 11th. He is also from Lower Bogue. And so right now, there has to be a serious praying. The people in Lower Bogue need to get down in sackcloth and ashes and just pray for their sons. All of their sons. I mean, all of the children, all of the entire community. Bring the community before God, because something is going on that you're losing all of your sons, and particularly your sons in law enforcement. And Lower Bogue has had a lot of law enforcement sons, and so it is sad to see that a community that has had a great history in law enforcement, they are now losing all their sons in law enforcement. It is very sad. It is very rough to have to consider this. And so we want to pray for the community of Lower Bogue, pray for their sons, pray for their recovery, pray for God to give them life and light. But this is really rough, what is happening in Lower Bogue. Ashantio was 23 when he died. I need to look and see how old Damaris was and how old Jonathan was. But he's a young man. He's a young man, and so it's really, really, really sad. And I pray for God to bring relief to them at this time. And then we had on Wednesday of this week, we had a major traffic accident where not this week, Wednesday of last week, we had a major traffic accident where two young men, John Francis and I believe Zoran Hall, I think, I may have the names wrong, were killed in a traffic accident going into Palmetto Point. All right. The story in the papers was two men were killed in a traffic accident in Palmetto Point early Wednesday morning, police said. Police said they responded to the incident on Queens Highway shortly before 7 a.m. A Ford Transit and a Nissan Bluebird collided while traveling in opposite directions, according to police. A man was driving the Ford and there were two passengers. Police said the vehicle had significant front-end damage. Two males were airlifted to New Providence for medical treatment, while the remaining individual was treated and discharged from the local clinic. Police said a male was also driving the Bluebird and there was a male passenger. The vehicle had extensive front-end damage as well.